Right, we should be live. Spare me 2 seconds while I share the stream. I think everyone's already in, so we'll probably go get underway pretty quick. Right. Right. Alright, let's go ahead and share this. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's put my phone here so I can see the chat. Alright, here we go. Thank you, Daniel, for joining. Why 2-stop? Because that is the format we have for this race. So with this league, they do a few different, not surprise, but a few different formats. So yeah, most traditional league races are like a 50%, with like a full quality or short quality 50%. That's pretty much the standard. But in this league, for some rounds, they're doing a bit of a different format for the races. So yeah, for this one, we have to pit twice. So we can do that under a safety car. That's fine. You are not allowed to pit on the last lap. That's a rule that we've introduced into this league. But yeah, for this format, it's a dry race. So yeah, no wet weather at all. But you do have to pit twice, no matter what. So yeah, you can use any tyre you want. So you have to use 2 different compounds. But yeah, have to pit twice. And I think then for some other races, there's a 100% race we have at Baku. That's not too far away. What else have they done in the past? I think that's it. Yeah, I think they've done like 2-stop races, 100% races. So yeah. And the rookie. And yeah, so this is round 3. And yeah, I've done my 2 highlight videos coming into this. And yeah, I'll do a few spoilers in a second, but yeah, first race at Imola, we managed to get P6, which I was actually quite happy with considering the pace we had there. Last race at Hungary, I was pretty gutted because I think my race pace was really, really strong. Could have arguably even be strong enough to fight for the win if I was up there on track. Obviously, that's a different story, but yeah. Pretty gutted. I invalidated my final Q1 lap, which would have easily got me through into Q2. If I got through into Q3, I think it would have been pretty hard to start in the top 6 because yeah, this league here, the drivers we have in here at the moment are just absolutely stacked, honestly. I think there's a few drivers here who could quite comfortably get into PSGL F1 1,000,000% and actually probably do quite well, I think, if they did that. So yeah, the drivers, especially on 1-lap pace, they're very, very strong. I still feel my race pace is good enough to compete, but the problem in this game, it's really hard to overtake, and yeah, if you don't have a good grid position, you're leaving yourself with a lot of work to do. But we do have a 2-stop format here, so something a little bit different. Yeah, I think today, if we could get through to Q3, to be honest, I think everyone here, so if we go through the grid a little bit. So yeah, let's start with whoever this guy's is. So yeah, I think we can beat Boz. I think we can beat Uniques. Hard to beat. I think we can beat... Never raced this guy before, but hopefully we can beat him. Scopex is normally pretty good, but I think if I drive well, I could beat him. Ugoni, I think I could beat. Bat4. It's going to be hard to beat. I think we could beat... Depends how fast he is. I think it's a 50-50. Hard to beat. I think we could beat around here. Probably going to be hard to beat. I think we could beat. Potentially could beat. Going to be hard to beat. So yeah, I think it really depends who hooks up their laps, to be honest. But I think... Yeah, if I did a really good... Depends. If people hook up the lap or if I invalidate and stuff like that, we could have a surprise grid position. But I think if everyone did do their laps, then it's probably is going to be P6, P7 or something like that in the quali. Which, if we start P6, P7, like a Hungary last time, so the last round, obviously we validated our Q1 map, we started 16th, came 8th. We weren't actually that far away from P2 finishing that race, only a few seconds. So the pace was there, so if we started in the top 10, I think we could have potentially got a podium with that same strategy. But yeah, round here, you'd think it's easier to overtake, but with the dirty air and the slipstream trains, it's actually going to be really hard to overtake. So it's going to be interesting for sure. So yeah, it depends. I think if everyone does their laps, including myself, I think we'd probably be like P6, P7 here. But we could be better if people mess up their laps. But yeah, I was away this weekend from the Friday till today. I only got back like an hour and a half ago. So I haven't touched the game until then, which is not ideal. I like to normally go on the game maybe a day before at least, just to work in that muscle memory a little bit, and then when I come on today, it's just trying to warm up to my peak. But today wasn't, yeah, so it's not ideal preparation, especially when you're going against this level of competition. But we will just do our best and see what we can do. I think honestly, with this grid, I think just getting through to Q3 is actually going to be decent at this stage. So, have you been to any F1 races recently? Last F1 race I went to was pretty much Silverstone, I think. Yeah, Silverstone. I've been to Silverstone quite a few times in my life, probably like 5-6 times, something like that. I think the last time was 2020, something like that. So, yeah, great experience, but yeah, a lot of walking around, that's for sure. I think one of my favourite experiences was definitely Abu Dhabi. I'm going there for F1 Esports as a guest in 2018. That was pretty amazing. So yeah, those are the only 2 tracks I've been to. So yeah, I've probably been to an F1 race like 6 times or something like that. So I've been pretty fortunate. Been in the paddock quite a few times as well. So it's pretty surreal experience. It's loading the setup. So yeah, if you are part of my Discord, you would have seen I've uploaded this setup. I've added a couple front wing for the qualifying. Find that's given me a little bit more potentially, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then I'll probably lower it again for the race.
It's pretty quiet on track. We should consider getting out there now.
Always have this little superstition of making sure we're loading in the right setup. Because yeah, what was that, 24th? Yeah, that's today. Perfect, 14.3. So yeah, pretty low on the wings, but I think a lot of people are running quite low on the wings here, so it's going to be interesting. Let's see if anyone's out on track. Carl's out on track already. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the volume thing. A lot of people say the volume's low, a lot of people say the volume's high. Honestly, I can't make it any louder on OBS with this mic, so as long as you can hear me to a degree, that's the main thing, but unfortunately there's not really much I can do. Unless this mic's dying or something. I can try and be a bit closer. But I think I will get another mic soon, which you have a magnet underneath your shirt. I think a GGI mic or something like that. I'll probably do that, so make it a bit more comfortable as well. Who else is on track? Oh, someone's doing that. Yeah, this league is so competitive at the moment, it's crazy. Carl on 16-10 wins. Okay, that's pretty high wins. Interesting. Interesting. Mr. Also, thank you so much, bro. Thank you, brother. .3, that's not a great first sector. Yeah, I feel like I'm driving decent laps around here. But, yeah, I think what I've seen other people do, they're going to be a little bit faster. nice car. Yeah, I think I'll head out now for a lap.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Thank you, Ben. Excellent. Tyres overheat actually quite a lot around here, so you want to be cooling these tyres as much as possible. So I think the Ferrari behind me is the only one on the lap. The Ferrari and the blue car behind him. Don't think that's my teammate, but
We've dropped to P11.
that's crazy. It's doing that in Q1. I think he did a well, just a very slow outlap, didn't he? Yeah, see the left hand side, the tyres get warm so quick.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
It's not a terrible first lap, but yeah, last chicane, few corners, a little bit scruffy, but wasn't terrible. In this league, you don't know if that's going to be good enough. It's crazy that some people's on that pace in this league. There's a lot of people who should be in PSGO F1, 100%. these guys done laps? Okay. That should be okay, I reckon. It should be fine. Yeah. So yeah, all these guys ahead of me, I expect to be ahead of me a little bit. What the car do? An 8, okay. Interesting. So a lot of people are doing like a slow lap and then a push up. What do we do? 1-1-5. Yeah. What did he do? Yeah, so sectors aren't too bad, but I think that should be okay. P7 after that, I think should be fine. Because yeah, I think people at Montana will beat me. Yeah, the people who I expect to beat me who are left are maybe at Scuffix. Back 4, imagine to be thereabouts.
1 minute 25.9. We're 19th in the speed trap, 337.0 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, to be honest, considering that's a scruffy-ish, it wasn't terrible, but ooh, this is not a great lap. Ooh. Is this not a used tyre? Must be. Sectors aren't amazing by Montana standards, but it should be through. Okay, I reckon that was on a second lap as well. That's probably on the used tyre. I don't think I'm going to risk it. I think I'm going to stay. I think I'll stay in. So yeah, what am I? P8s. And there's like a good 3 temps here, so all these guys would have to go out again and waste a set of tyres. Scuffix doing. So what's the slowest time actually? 3, so yeah. He's retired on a 0.8, so I felt my first sector was really good. I don't know how he must have used a ton of ERS in that first sector. Yeah, I think I'm going to retire here. I'm not going to waste a set of tyres, especially since it's a 2-stop. Yeah, when it does purple on the laps doesn't mean it's always purple. It's not always accurate. Well, it's pretty much never accurate, so. Yeah, so the guys, I think, if I do like my perfect lap, the guys who I expect to beat me are Zelly, 100%. I think he can get pole, he's just rapid around here. Zelly, Suzuki, Schumacher, Montana, Carl. Everyone else, I think I can beat. So what's that? P6? P7, maybe. If I got P6, anything better than P6, if I got through to Q3 would be a bonus. So. Who's close to starting the lap? So everyone's going out again. Let's see what kind of laps this guy's doing. Running hot lap. No. Yeah, he's not going to improve. What about that for? Let's see. Just using lots of ERS in the first sector. Goes pretty wide there. Yeah, I did this corner quite badly on my lap as well. You can actually make up so much time there if you just nail the curb on the inside. Well, Jordan hasn't gone out as well. Oh, that's super wide. That's super, super wide. Oh shit. Yeah, he's not going to beat me. Oh, he's down. A lot of people are struggling around here. Oh shit, again. Magus Beckett's is so hard. Yeah, he's not going to beat me. What about my teammate? You getting... Apple 26-1. He could be out. Let's see what my teammate does. So yeah, if you don't hook the inside curb through there, you lose so much time, it's crazy. Yeah, Magus and Beckett's of these curbs is... Oh, he's done it again. Oh yep, he's out. He'll be out. Yeah, everyone's struggling. Scuffix only 26-0. Maddie just does a 0.7 at the end. Yeah, I'm sure Carl can go a lot faster than that, so I don't think that's his real pace, but yeah, I think we could. I think Zeddy. Yeah, where's Montana? Yeah, I know Montana can go a lot faster than that, so. And I think that was on the second lap on those tyres as well. But at least we got through Q1 this time. With one set of tyres, good. 5-0 Arsenal, yes, indeed. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Yeah, I was away for my, yeah, it was my birthday on Friday, so yeah, I was away for that. Went up to my parents, my folks, so yeah, it's been a good weekend overall. And thank you for everyone joining, appreciate it. Okay, so I think Maddie did his lap like right at the end as well, didn't he? And that's his second lap he's done. Yeah. My first sector felt really good there. I'm surprised it was only like barely a 1. But the track evolves so much here, so yeah, Zeddy's rapid. He's on the controller as well. It's just nuts. But we're through. Good. I think a lot of people here have used 2 tyres as well. So Batpool used to be fast. I think he's still fast. I don't know if he plays. I have no idea if he plays the game as much as he did or anything, but I'm sure he's still fast. I didn't see who actually got knocked out then. Let me rewind my own stream on my phone. So look, who actually went out? Oh, I didn't go down. I didn't see you went out. Actually, no, I do go down. So look. Yeah, Batpool's out. Oh, my teammate's out as well. Oh well. It's crazy. Some people going out straight away. Actually, yeah, let's go out as well.
Right, the car's ready.
Got these tired. Because someone did tell me that with the track evolution, it only happens in certain moments in qualifying, at certain parts of qualifying. So the track doesn't just constantly get faster, it's only at certain points in this session it gets faster, which I find pretty crazy if that's the case. So yeah, might keep that in mind. So yeah, use tires here. It's not too bad. 26 there, used tyres. Pretty decent. Exit of Maggots and Beckett's wasn't particularly great, so that must be on new tyres. Must be.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Pretty solid, almost into 25s. So yeah, I feel we're definitely a little bit more competitive in quality around here compared to I think Hungary I was quite competitive, but I think here I will be a little bit closer to pole. Should be on a good lap, so I think that was on. He did that on a used tyre as well, which was like a lap more used than mine. So he was faster quite a bit. So 1, 2, 4. Middle sector was faster. I think last sector, yeah. I struggle. In the last sector around here, I really struggle. Just with pace for some reason, but I think a lot of these guys had like double used tyres, so.
Right, so our fastest lap currently 1:26.0. Checks complete.
Yes,
Everyone
2
be
stoppers
aware,
mandatory.
we've got a car leaving the garage.
Line user must be involved. Yeah, 2 stoppers mandatory. Yes. Alright, fresh tyres now.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go again. 0.5 is not that bad, but just everyone else is so fast. Yeah, even if I started 10th or something in Q3, it's better than being 12th or 13th. So yeah, I think an amazing lap, probably like top, probably 6th or 7th is the best I could hope for right now at the moment, but yeah, I'm big fan again. Yeah, the whole lap wasn't that bad, but just that long right hand, the first right hand of sector 2, there's a lot of time there. So yeah, who's behind me? Who could get it better? Yeah, I think Scuffix and Gladdy. I think Gladdy and Scuffix. I think everyone else I think I can confidently beat, but oh, he's done a good lap, Jordan. Schumacher 0.3. It's crazy. Carl's running quite high wings. Apparently he's running 16.10, which is a lot higher than me. So, what were my sectors? Yeah, it's not bad. It's just the last sector. So, what is it? Yeah, my last sector. It's quite a lot of time.
Standing by.
Let's go. Shit, I might have left it too late actually. Fucking hell. I should be fine, but I'm gonna have to do a fast start lap, which is not ideal. I should be okay actually. So ideally, once a little bit more of a slower out lap would be nice, but. It's the last sector time, 23, so. Yeah, I've got time, but I don't want to heat my tyre. My tyres are a little bit more heated than I would like, but. Such a bad end of the straight. That was so terrible. Should be through though. Yeah. That was so terrible. Fucking hell. I lost so much time there. Yeah, we did easily doing a 4 or something, a low 4. Thank you for joining. Burger 300, thank you so much. Yeah, my last sector was shocking, and that should have been a very low 4. Yeah, that last sector was so bad. Scuffix is out. So, yeah, Jordan's done a pretty good lap there. Yeah, my time up on 2. I reckon that should have been a very low 4. So it depends. If people hook up their laps or not, it really depends. But my last sector was really, really bad then. What was that? 0.5. It was slower than what I did before. Yeah, end of the straight in sector 3. That was really, really bad. So yeah, if we can just start as high as possible, that will be good. Yeah, we're in Q3, so I'm actually happy we're in Q3. Let's see, tyres here 7%. Yeah. So we'll go on the freshest use we have, and then we'll send it with a final lap. Maggie's and Beckett's in that last lap wasn't very good. The long right-hander was much better. I think the first sector was pretty good, but then the final chicane and I think it's Stowe end up hanging straight. That was a good, well over a tenth in those corners. So yeah, I'll good luck for pole. I don't think I'm gonna get pole, but I'll try and start as high as I can. That's all I can do. But we're in Q3. I'm happy with that.
Okay, the forecast looking good for this session.
How many teammates do we have in here as well? Because they might. So we've got. So I think we've got the 2 Astons. And yeah, there's no other teammates other than that. So okay. So yeah, I wonder who's going to get pole. I think if Zelly does a really good lap, I think he can get pole. So what's that? Look at his outlap, it's going so slow. This car does quite a good fast outlap, so. Yeah, the purple thing, I wish it was true, but the purple thing is not accurate, unfortunately. Probably should have had some food. I can feel the hunger shakes setting in a bit. Not ideal, but yeah, the pace, especially in the one. I think in the race pace, I feel good. Like around Hungary, I think we were probably one of the fastest on track, if not the fastest. Maybe with like likes of Carl, but in qualifying, it's going to be that super hard. So let's see what Carl does. Go out now. Just use that.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware.
Did she just absolutely send it on these laps? I've got nothing to lose really. I think at best I'm going to be, unless people invalidate, but I think at best it's probably going to be 7th. So I might as well just throw everything at it and see what happens. I think these guys have got fresh tyres as well for both runs. Most of these guys. So. Yeah, really on worn tyres first. Must be on a used set. So this will be our second lap on this tyre. So. 4. Jordan. Let's go back. My PB is faster than that. It's quite a bit faster. So on my PB, we can still do it, but just depends what other people are doing. That's too much. That's pretty good, but pretty good for a used tyre. Couldn't really go much faster than that. Our first sector, this corner here, because a lot of time here, so. But used delta lap, that's pretty good. Carl did a 0.7 on a used tyre, so. Don't know how many people ahead of me were on a used tyre as well, but I think quite a few probably were, but. I'll take that. That's good. Let's see, a P10. 25.8 will be used.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
I think if we did that lap on a new tyre, that would probably be like a 0.2, 0.3. So, yeah, that lap was pretty solid actually. Let's try and do it again. When I did my last lap in Q2, that wasn't very optimal in terms of tyre warm-up, so... What's he done? So he's done 0.83. So we're faster than middle one last. He was unused as well. But yeah, my first turn 3 wasn't great then, so but he's running more aero, so I think he's gonna be faster there. But then yeah, he's gonna lose out in sector 2. Depends how people use the ERS as well. So I reckon these are on used tyres, these laps. I reckon that's a new tyre. If that's on used, that's pretty damn good. I reckon I reckon these are new tyres, so I reckon that's new, that's new, that's new, that's new, new. I reckon it's new, used, that could be new as well. That's used, and that's used. So I reckon most people had fresh tyres in, so. Yes, to see that we'll almost go gains 7 tenths. If he gains 7 tenths, we'd be on pole. I think that was a pretty good lap for a used tyre, to be honest. That was pretty good. So yeah, new tyres.
Right, so far it's 25.8. We're currently 10th in the speed trap, 336.7 kilometers per hour.
Right, new tyres, let's go.
Okay, engines fired up, we're set.
Thank you for joining, appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing on this game, qualifying is just so important. It's so much harder to overtake, so that's the annoying thing. Right, here we go. Yeah, we've got no one to let pass as well, so that's good. I'm just going to send it this lap. Absolutely send it every corner. Got nothing to lose. If I know I'm half a second up, that's going to be pretty damn. If we can be half a second up going into this last chicane, that's going to be good. I think the last chicane I did pretty damn well there for a used tyre. Don't think any of these guys on laps behind me, they're just doing a way quicker outlap there. That's a pretty good lap for me. It's still only P8, almost a .2. That's ridiculous. Might even be worse. Yeah. Yeah, that's the maximum I could do. We're P10 after a 25-3. What the fuck? Yeah, like, honestly. Yeah, maybe P9. My PB is a .2, like a half 2.250, so yeah. People ridiculous in quality here, so right. I will nip to the loo, be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, we're back. Yeah, that honestly, yeah, that was a pretty decent lap for me. Like within a tenth of my PB. If I'm within a tenth and a half of my PB, I'm not really going to complain. That's just crazy. Yeah, the pace of the qualifying in this league is some of these guys, like compared to I think at Hungary it was like a 14-0 pole on PSGL. PlayStation F1 was like a 13-8 or something like that. So I think pole in our league would have been maybe like P3, second row of the grid or something like that. Which so 25-0, that's crazy. I know my potential. When I did the 25.2, my potential was a 0.1, definitely for sure. But to do it in the real thing, that says to me he's probably dipped into the 24s. But I know his wings are quite a lot higher than mine, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to lower this. Keep that there. Yeah. So I think I might be running a little bit lower wings than some others. Yeah. I reckon, in esports, what do they do? But I think there's been a patch recently where we're on like, where it's a softer compound now. So I reckon esports guys will be doing mid to low 24s. I reckon it'd be like a 24 3 to like 0.5, I'd say. I reckon it could even be like a 0.5, 24.5, which, that's just crazy. I think PC in general is a fair amount quicker and platform wise by like a tenth, 2 tenths, something like that. That's always been the case because of the frames you can use and just hertz in the game and stuff. But it's it's crazy, man, crazy. That's why I couldn't be in esports. Even if my pace was good enough in the race, it's just the level has just gone up so much in this. It's just ridiculous. But I know my pace is good in the race. I was practicing Montana, so actually a little bit faster in the race pace as well. So I just hope these guys battle. That's what we need. We need these guys to battle as much as possible, really. But probably gonna have to be doing something different. It probably doesn't make sense to be starting on hard tires right now. Plus, it's 2 stops, so we have to stop twice. Safety cars you wouldn't think are that common around here, but it's going to be interesting. Carl was rapid in this game. I think he would do well in PSGL. I think I'd like to actually see him do it. I think he would be pretty good. The thing is, around here it's super hard to overtake. In general with this game, it's just impossible to almost overtake, and around here where it's pretty much almost flat out. But we'll see, we'll do our best. That 25.3, I'm actually surprised that was P10. I thought that would have been maybe P7, P8, that kind of range. But we weren't that million miles off pole. Like every race we are getting closer and closer, at least. But just the level these days is just ridiculous. But I also think the driving technique, the flicking, is still very good in the qualifying. That's something I just don't do. Something I'm just not really willing to really learn, to be honest. Because then if I do that in the qualifying, then I go back to what I do in the race. I think I would need to be spending probably a lot more time to get used to that. But alright, so we go. Actually, shit, I need to load my tyres. My fuel. Let's do it there, that should be fine. I don't think most people go start mediums, to be honest. It doesn't make sense to start on softs or hards for the first stint. Mediums just go off so fast, it's insane. Oops. mediums just go off so quick. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to do something a little bit different to what other people do if we want to make up some positions here. Wow, couldn't have got any better than that.
The lights, the start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Alright, good luck to everyone else. Yeah, I don't like the flicking as well. Alright, let's go. Oh my god.
Okay, DRS is now available. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. possible. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Just losing the DRS. Trying to use it. Let's try and use him.
Higher than we're expecting. We've got a new strategy available on your MFD if you want it.
Lost DRS.
Gap ahead, 9.0 seconds.
Just gonna try and catch back up to Schumacher.
5 seconds. Laps old. Time last lap 1:29.7.
He's got fresher tyres.
The car in front, 2.6 seconds.
Yeah, all the tyres are just done. Yeah, Schumacher's going to really struggle to get to him. Yeah, they're all using the DRS train. Guys fastest at the front, so there's no way now.
Try not to push the tyres too hard, you're probably losing some grip at this point.
God, these mediums.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Are you serious? Oh my god. Some people want mediums.
Okay, clear. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Catching the car ahead.
God, this game, you just, God, you just cannot survive. Like, you just can't overtake. This game is so shit for league racing, honestly. It's so bad. You just cannot overtake. It's just terrible. And now I've just lost a million amount of time to the leaders. Yeah, it's just impossible, man. Honestly. I'm on way faster tyres as well. I have to get past this guy in that 2 laps. It's just can't overtake.
Green flag. Okay, you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS for the overtake.
Okay, no room. Good. This game is shit. So shit for league racing, honestly. If the guy ahead has DRS on the wings, and you don't have like a 3 or 4 lap delta or second advantage, you're not getting past.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
This is terrible, man. honestly, this game is... Codemasters, please, just someone else make this game, man. The handling is good in this game, but the balance of the dirty air and everything like that, I know some people might say, well, just be faster, but when you're driving in a competitive league like this against really good drivers here, like, unless they make a catastrophic mistake or you have a huge tire delta, you can't get past. It's the slipstream is not strong enough. The dirty air is too much. Honestly, it's just. Like, look at this. No, it's terrible, man. You just can't get close at all. It's like impossible.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
No, you see the leaders, how far they are now. It's just insane. Honestly, yeah. I don't see what the point is doing league racing in this game. Honestly, I just don't see the point. There's no point. Like, if you're not, yeah, you can say in qualifying and stuff, but when you're faster than people in the race and you just can't get close enough, unless you have like a second advantage of that, you can't get past. The guy ahead of you has DRS. Again, like unless you have 8 tenths of a second with a 3 to 4 lap tyre delta, you're not going to do that on pace if you're racing competitive leagues. It's just terrible, man. It's just terrible. Like, yeah. My god, this game is just so painful. Like, the handling feels nice, but they need to sort out this slipstream thing, this dirty air or something. I like dirty air, but when you have all the 100% of the dirty air and you don't have any slipstream, anything like that at all, it makes drivers look like they're not fast enough to get past. It's just because you have zero slipstream. You just can't get past. It's just insane. I must say, yeah, if you're not good at qualifying this game, not strong, then there's just no point, really, to be honest. The only way you can overtake is if the guy ahead of you didn't have DRS, then you could overtake. But like Schumacher then, like if we look when he pitted, like if we were ahead of this train, we only finished 13 seconds behind, but we're so much, we're like losing so much time, it's ridiculous. Like, what did he do? So he did medium, hard, which is not even the fastest strategy. Like, and then like Schumacher here, like when he pitted for hards, like he should be easily beating him. Like how far away did it see? Schumacher only 3.6 seconds. That we should be that kind of range. With the freshness of tyres at the end, 4 to 5 seconds behind beating Schumacher. But my God, it's just. I know it sounds like people moan when they do that. It's not just me, other drivers. But if you drive at like a competitive level, you would understand what I mean. It's more, the more competitive it is, the more this is a factor, and it just doesn't make everything enjoyable, because there is such thing as people who are much better in the race, people much better in qualifying, but then when you can't use that pace in the race, you're not rewarded for that pace because the dirty air is just too strong. It's just, the slipstream just non-existent. It's just the tyre wear between SERPs as well. I think that's another thing. Like, no matter, even if you ran 0 wings and you ran 20, 30 wings, the tyre wear is the same. With a high aero setup on previous games, if you had a high aero, yes, you lose out, but then your tyre wear would be so much better. Then you would get even more of a delta on someone. Then it's easier to overtake with less dirty air, more slipstream. So it's just these things. Like, yeah, if you play competitively, you will know what I mean. But it's just you just can't use your pace. Like, if you're actually faster, quite a bit faster than people in the race, you don't get rewarded for it at all. Like, it's all about track position basically. So it's just painful, man. Honestly, it just makes me not like, what is the point? Honestly, it's got to kind of that stage where it's like what Jarno said before. It's, yeah, you're just going to have this massive train where you can't overtake, and you're either going to need to do a crazy strategy where it probably would have been better for me there if I could have gone like 3 to 4 laps longer and then had that much of a delta. That would have given you more opportunity, but yeah, just the balancing of the game needs to be changed, man. 100%. And again, I know people are going to say, well, you're just moaning and stuff like that, but when you're racing in the most respectful way possible, when you're racing in like lower leagues against people who are not as good, these things aren't as obvious. So it's just, yeah, it's just annoying, man. It's just really annoying. But yeah, like, it's just annoying you can't show your pace in the race. Like, I thought my pace was good, like in the racing, but we had to pit early, missed out the DRS, and if you have a lap pressure tyres in this game, it's pretty much game over as well. So everything, I think, is just way too scripted. It's just, you're not rewarded for how you drive in the race, 100%. So it's just, it is what it is. If you're incredible at qualifying, like in esports this year, I think who's the fastest driver? I think like Otis Lawrence. Ron Hard's always been fast, but people like Barry Barramond, Otis Lawrence, they should be winning esports this year, 100%. With their pace, if whatever your average quality is, should be the person who, I know it should be anyway, but with this game and how it's working, you should be winning, 100%. So yeah. Kind of sacrificed my weekend to come back for this race and kind of feel like, what's the point? A little bit, but I shall leave it there. When I do this video, please let me know what your thoughts are. I know a lot of people have very different opinions, but again, I think if you're racing competitively yourself at quite a high level, I think you will know what I mean. But as always, please let me know what you think. But league racing is just not enjoyable. It's a shame because the handling's really good, but just with the balancing, the dirty air, slipstream, ERS, tyre wear, all these things, they all need to be reviewed like ASAP, 100%, because it's just, yeah. Again, it's not about making it easier for people to overtake behind, but if someone's able to follow closely and they are legitimately faster than someone ahead of them, there should be more of a position to overtake, rather than it being impossible. That makes sense. So yeah, I'm trying to be as calm as possible, but it's just really, it's quite annoying now. And for someone like me who's not naturally good in quali, if you've been watching me for leagues and league racing, I've never been amazing in quali, but then I feel I actually am better than people in the race, and then that's when you can actually get past people, make positions. But in this game, it's It's not like it's impossible. It depends. If it's like 2-stop races, stuff like that, and depending on other people's strategy, we have a huge delta, then you can overtake. But if it's going to be like 1-stop races or everyone's doing the same strategy, you're pretty much locked in where you are on track, unless you go for like an undercut, overcut, and then you're just kind of staying where you are basically. So if you get caught in the train, it's like impossible. So yeah, I think PSGL's at Hungary next week, so I'm actually going to be quite interested to watch that. Yeah, it's just a shame. I enjoy the handling, but I really think they need to change the balance of the game, because it's, for me personally, it's just not enjoyable. Especially if you're not amazing in quality, you're probably not going to find it that enjoyable. So I shall leave it there. Yeah, I think the best we could have come there today was probably 5th. If we were ahead of that train, I could have got ahead of that train. I think we would have caught Schumacher because he pitted so early for his hard tyres. So yeah, I think 5th or 6th was probably the best, but yeah, it's just annoying, man. It's annoying, but yeah, that's me done. So I hope you enjoyed that regardless. Let me know your thoughts, whether it's on the stream, whether it's on the highlights video, but I shall leave it there. The setup felt good, but when you're in this dirty air kind of thing, it's just, it doesn't matter what setup you have, you just cannot overtake, unless the guy doesn't have DRS and the Delta, but I'm just going to go on them. So I shall leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch you soon.